Howdy y'all, my name's Brian and this here's your workout for today. What we're gonna do is we're gonna kick off the flip-flops, flippity-floppities as I like to call them at the hacienda. And I'm gonna tell you guys about what we're gonna do today in workout protocols. Can you feel me? Cool, glad you can. All right, guys, here's what you got going on today on this Motivated Mindset Monday. What you guys have going on is you guys have 2 sections of exercise with a fun 4-minute finisher at the end. So the first thing you guys are looking at, so let's just look at your 3 exercises in the first section. You have 3 exercises in the second section. The similarities also, don't stop there. You got 1 more, so you'll have 1, 2, 3 rounds of everything here, and then you'll have 1 extra round with the top exercise. Same thing goes for the second section of work here, where you have 1, 2, 3 sections of or 3 rounds of exercise, and then 1 more time with that top exercise. Your last section of work, you're going to go between 2 exercises. It's 4 rounds worth of work, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. That is all your simple math for today. Now let's flip this thing around and let's get you guys on to the exercises. Let's adjust this a little bit, see if we can get a little bit better angle here. That's right. Does this angle make me look fat? It does. Who cares? So here's what you guys got going on today. What you guys are going to have is that we're going to talk about the first section of exercise. Your first 3 exercises. Exercise number 1 is a half kneeling single arm overhead press, or half kneel SA OHP. So half kneel single arm overhead press. So what you're going to do is you're going to get one knee down and the other knee up. So the idea is you're going to push that hip forward, squeeze that stomach in order to keep you stable. So then the knee that's down is also the hand that you're pressing with. For example, my right knee is down, so I'm going to press with my right hand. So I'm going to press, 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 8 on one side, and then I'm going to switch to the other side, push the hip forward, lock, 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 and then press 8 on the other side. Now, as always, if it's too hard to get on the ground, that's okay. You can always grab yourself a bench or a chair, and then what you're going to do here, we're just going to show you today. So what you can do is you can sit on the bench or the chair, squeeze, press, 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 8 on one side, switching it out, 8 on the other side. 2 things about this exercise is 1, squeezing the stomach is super important in order to help protect your back. And then the other thing is using a light, or a heavy-ish weight in order to go through the challenge of doing 8 repetitions only. So, now that you've seen the 2 ways to do that, the next thing I want you guys to do is I want you to do skull crushers. So, skull crushers as a general rule, you're going to be laying flat on your back. I'm going to show you guys from the bench or from the chair today. Instead of showing you from the ground, what you're going to do is you're going to grab your bench or your chair, just turn it this way so the light's not blinded by the light. I thought it was funny. Anyway, so what you guys are doing here is you're going to lay flat on your back on the bench. Now, you're going to start with whatever you're holding here, bag, dumbbells, kettlebells, whatever the case is, and the motion is to take this heavy-ish implement, let it come down toward your face, and then push it away from your face. Toward your face, push it away from your face. And this is where you should be feeling most of the contraction for this exercise. As you can see, you can do this from the bench. And the idea is, now you can do this by just flexing the back of your arm, and then pulling down, and then flexing. Like I said, you can still get some kind of contraction back through there just by concentrating on flexing that part. So if you don't have any weights or anything to use, you can, like I said, just focus on squeezing that muscle for that necessary amount of repetitions. Now that you guys are done with that, let's squeeze our stomach, roll back up. Oh! Now we're going to do a lateral squat. There's a lot of different versions of this on the internet. They call it a lot of different things. For our purposes, this is what's called a lateral squat. So you're going to get your feet more then shoulder width apart, okay? That's where we're gonna start with our position. Now, what you're gonna do here, I'm gonna pull up my pants a little bit, and then what you're gonna do is you're going to, keeping this leg, one leg straight, and then lean into one side, you're going to squat, keeping your chest forward, head up, squat, and then come back to center. Squat, come back to center, squat, and come back to center. You should get this through the quad and through the glute on the one specific side that you're squatting towards. The difference between this and a lunge is your starting position, okay? So your starting position for the lateral squat is here, and the start for the lunge is your feet together. So, lateral squats, however many on each side that I have in the description below. So, that's what you guys have there. That's section, oh, I'm sorry. If you can't do the lateral squat, look, I almost forgot. I'm so sorry. I almost forgot. So, if you guys can't do the lateral squat, that's okay. Don't do the lateral squat. Just do regular body weight squats. Just regular boop, 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 body weight squats. If you can't do regular body weight squats, sit down on the bench and then stand up from the bench. That works too. All right, now that I've fulfilled my obligation in section 1, let's talk about section 2. So, inside of section 2, the first thing that you guys have is a single leg. Look how shiny my legs are. Shiny legs. It's like they're made of gold. I have golden legs. Anyway, sorry, I just got distracted. Shiny object. Anyway, the first exercise you guys have is a single leg deadlift. So, your single leg deadlift, what you guys are going to do, we're going to show you from a little bit of an angle here. Feet between hip and shoulder width apart to start. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to slightly prop up the one ankle or the one heel, and let's say try your best to get it to where your knees are in the same line with each other. The foot that's propped back is also the hand with the weight. Squeeze your stomach, and then you're going to bend over. And then as you stand up, squeeze your butt. Okay. Squeeze your stomach, squeeze your butt. 8 on one side, switching it out. Stomach, butt, 8 on the other side. If it's too much to try and figure that out, that's okay. You can just do a regular deadlift. That's fine too. Same thing, squeeze your stomach on the way down, and then you're going to squeeze your butt on the way up. Focusing on that, that's pretty much the deadlift aspect of it. Like I said, if we can do single leg, let's do single leg. But if we can't, that's cool. Try to do it with both legs and just focus on the squeeze. The next thing you guys have is a glute bridge. So, today's glute bridge is going to be brought to you by doing it from the bench. So instead of laying flat on the ground, what this is going to allow you to do is get a little bit more range of motion through the hip area. So, what you guys are going to do is you're going to be starting by sitting on a couch or a bench. That's where we're going to start. And then, what I want you to do from here is I want you to walk your feet out just a little bit, and then what you're going to do is you're going to get it, let's actually turn this to the side so that it'll look like it makes more sense. So, what I want you guys to do is your goal is to get the back part of your rib cage on the bench itself. So you're here. So as you can see, on the bench is my shoulder and my rib cage. And then what you're going to do is you're going to let yourself down, and you're going to push your hips up. Let yourself down, up, and then you're going to squeeze your butt at the top of the motion, okay? So you're going to push your knees out, squeeze your butt, and then let yourself back down. Push your knees out, squeeze your butt, and then let yourself back down. And you're going to do that 15 times. Okay, cool. Now, I'm going awkwardly, like a walrus, like an awkward walrus. The next thing you guys have is the open-close crunch. So we're going to kick the bench out of the way for this one. Oh, sorry. And if it's too much to try and do it on the bench, the alternative is actually doing it from the ground. So this way you don't have to worry about trying to put your body in the right position or any kind of discomfort at that point. So for the glute bridge from the bench, you can always just go right back to the ground with it, and that's okay. So, the last exercise that you guys have inside of section 2, like I said, is the open-close crunch. So here, what you're going to do, laying flat on your back. You can do this on the ground, or on a bench. Either one of those is actually fine. So what you're going to do is extending the legs out, extend your hands up, and then you're going to do elbows to knees, elbows to knees. If you guys can't do that, that's okay. Start with your feet on the ground, and you can do the same thing. Elbows to knees, and that's okay. And if that's too much to do, that's okay. I say that a lot, obviously. And you can just reach for your heels, just crunching the abdomen in general. And then you're gonna do 15 of those. Once again, if you can't do it from the ground, you can always grab a bench or a chair or something like that and do the same exact motion. Cool. So, those are your first 2 sections of exercise. Pop it up from the ground. Yeah. Those are your first 2 sections of exercise. What you guys have last is the finisher. This is a fun little cardio burst that we put at the end of every one of our workouts for the most part. Like I said, just to kind of give you that little extra something, little extra punch in your workout, that 1% more that I know you can do. I have faith you can do, and I'm gonna try my best to push you to do it. So, the first thing you guys have is the touchy, downy, squatty, waddy, okay? So, your touchdown squat is as follows, starting with your feet between hip and shoulder width apart. What you're going to do is you're going to hop out, squat down, up, and back in. Hop out, squat down, up, and back in. Can't do the hop, that's cool. Walk it out, walk it in, walk it out, walk it in. Excuse me, just like that. And then the next level of that is, if you can't do that aspect of it, you can always sit down on the bench and stand back up and do that for 20 seconds. You take that 10-second break and then you do the last exercise. What's the last exercise, you ask? Good question. So, mountain climbers. Yay! So your mountain climber, what you're gonna do is get yourself into the push-up position, and then it's just knee drive for 20 seconds. Can't do it from the ground? That's cool, man. You can always find yourself a bench or a chair, put your hands on that, and do the same thing. Just focus on the knee drive. That's what I want you to focus on. Go back and forth between those 2 exercises. That's right, you guessed it, for 4 total rounds worth of work. It's awesome. It's great. And that's your workout. Thanks for participating. This is so much fun. I really do enjoy this. As always, there's going to be a description down below, so if you have any questions on like the order, how many you're supposed to do, just look in the description down below. It's going to give you a little drop-down menu and tell you exactly what I'm looking for each one of the sections. And as always, now that we're done with that fun aspect of things, what I want you guys to do is to like, comment, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel, to everything that we do, to keep up with all the fun and frivolity that is Titanium Training LLC. Just want you guys to know I love you. Big hugs, big kiss. Enjoy the rest of your day.